Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Clark, research analyst with Money and Markets, with your Money and Markets week ahead, what to watch on Wall Street. A big apparel company is going to be reporting its earnings this week, and we're going to get an insight into consumer confidence with a monthly retail sales report. But here's some of the things to look for on the week ahead here on Wall Street. It's not a big name, but there's a sizable IPO on the calendar this week. Vine Energy is expected to price its IPO on March 18th. It will list on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker VEI. The company is primarily a natural gas exploration and production company based in Plano, Texas. The company was founded in 2014 and focuses on natural gas properties in the Haynesville and Mid-Bossier areas of Northwest Louisiana. In its S-1 filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the company said it had 932 total drilling locations between the two regions. Some of those are deep, some of those are not deep. The company's total revenue, however, did drop from $586.5 million in 2019 to $378.7 million in 2020. The big drop in revenue is attributed to a 6% drop in natural gas sales year over year and a $164 million reported loss on commodities derivatives. Vine Energy, interestingly to note, is backed by investment firm Blackstone, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under BX. The company is offering 18.8 million shares at a price range of $16 to $19 per share. It hopes to raise around $328 million with the offering, which will be used to help pay down the company's debt. According to Renaissance Capital, at the midpoint of $17.50 per share, Vine would see a market value of around $1.2 billion. Bank of America Securities, Barclays, Citi, Credit Suisse, Morgan Stanley, and RBC Capital Markets are the book runners on the deal. Now, Vine Energy is one of the biggest operators of natural gas production in Louisiana. And according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the state produces about 9.3% of all natural gas in the U.S. While that's good, the concerning part of this company is its big reduction in revenue from 2019 to 2020. Its operating income went from $136.7 million to minus $132.7 million in 2020. Also a bit of a red flag. However, a lot of that's attributed to the COVID-19 pandemic. Stronger market prices for natural gas in the future will go a long way to helping Vine Energy's balance sheet. The biggest question here is, when is that going to happen? Now, to take a deeper dive into earnings, I'll get to a full list of earnings reports coming up here towards the end of the video, but one I want to focus on here is perhaps the biggest company reporting earnings this week. It's going to be Nike Incorporated, trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker NKE. The Oregon-based company will report its earnings on Thursday. It's one of the largest athletic apparel, footwear, and equipment manufacturers in the world with a market cap of $216.7 billion. The company's stock went from a low of $62.25 in March of 2020 to a new 52-week high of $146.75 in January of 2021. That's a 136% jump in its stock price. However, Nike has pared some of those gains back and dropped as low as $130.75 in late January. The stock has ticked back up a little bit of late and is trading around $141 currently. Now, the company's quarterly revenue rebounded nicely from a Q2 2020 dip. In April of 2020, the company reported total revenue of only $6.3 billion. That was down 37% from the previous quarter. However, it rose back to $10.6 billion in August of 2020 and $11.2 billion in October of 2020, 78% increase from the latter to the March coronavirus crash numbers. Now, Nike has also had a bit of a struggle in terms of its earnings per share. It went from an EPS of minus 51 cents a share in April of 2020 to a positive 95 cents per share the following quarter. However, its earnings dropped to 78 cents per share in the October quarter. Wall Street consensus forecast for this coming quarter that it's reporting on is for earnings of 75.8 cents per share on revenue of $11.03 billion. Earnings and revenue are expected to dip in the quarter following this one to earnings of 52 cents per share on just $10.32 billion in revenue. Nike saw really strong headwinds in the middle of 2020, but was able to rebound from those. I expect earnings and revenue expectations will be right around in line with what the company will actually report this week. We'll get a look at changes in retail sales when the U.S. Census Bureau reports its advanced monthly retail trade report. That's coming out on Tuesday. The report measures the change in the total value of retail sales across the country. It's a strong indicator of consumer confidence and consumer spending, which will give us a little bit of a view into the state of the U.S. economy. In January, the value of retail sales jumped 5.3%, indicating more confidence from consumers. However, the market increase should be tempered by the fact that those values dropped in each of the 2 months before that. General consensus is retail sales will dip 0.4% in February. Investors will also get a look at crude oil inventories on Wednesday, along with economic projections from the Federal Reserve's Federal Open Market Committee, which concludes its two-day meeting on Wednesday as well. Now, to finish off the money markets week ahead, here's a look at some of the key earnings reports that are due out this week. On Monday, 360 Digitech Incorporated will report earnings along with Fuel Cell Energy and Zepp Health. If you remember back in a previous Bull and Bear podcast, Adam O'Dell, our chief investment strategist, actually recommended Zepp Health as a buy. So their earnings come out on Monday. On Tuesday, CrowdStrike Holdings, Lennar Corporation, and Jabil Incorporated. Jabil makes those clever headphones that a lot of people use. Those will all report on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Cintas Corporation, Williams-Sonoma, the popular kitchen utensil manufacturer, and Five Below, the discount retail outlet. They will report on Wednesday. On Thursday, we've already talked about Nike. Also reporting on Thursday will be FedEx Corporation, Dollar General Corp., and Canadian Solar. And then on Friday, we'll close out the week of earnings with Bombardier Recreational Products Incorporated. So that's a look at your earnings and what you can watch out for on Wall Street. Make sure you check out Money Markets each and every day for safe, sound, smart, and simple profitable information for your portfolio. We work very, very hard to make sure you have that information available to you 7 days a week. Sign up for our free daily e-letter. Comes to your email inbox each and every day and contains that same information for you right at your fingertips. That's all for this week. Until next time, I'm Matt Clark, research analyst from Money and Markets, and your host of the Bull and Bear podcast, the Marijuana Market Update, and This Week Ahead. Wishing you all safe trading.